Long day Hey everybody, welcome to an edition of Blind Guy Talks Comics, Blind Guy Talks Art, or whatever you want to call it. I don't do these all the time. I normally do the Blind Guy Draws, but I also collect these books. I also collect. Now I can't read them. Even this thing I can't read. Now what is this? This is a Thor, the Walter Simonson Artist Edition. So I'm a huge Walter Simonson fan. Or see, I always say Simonson. It's Simonson. And when I was a little kid, collecting Thor was my first book, and so I went back to the back. I always thought his name was Simonson. It's Simonson. I always mess it up. But yeah, this is the artist edition. Well, now, if you don't know how comics are done, trying not to. Oh, I gotta move my light up. They're traditionally drawn on these. You may not see. Let me move this over more. They're traditionally done on these pages, 11 by 17 pages. So this is artist editions are. Oh, look at that. Are pretty much the art that he did. So this is that famous Beta Ray Bill first appearance, or not first appearance, but it's where he's first Thor as Beta Ray Bill. Walter Simmons is just his style is amazing, influential. I mean, you may not see it in my art as much, but the bombasticness of it, the like you see how this one's really good. Like how close this, the foreshortening. He goes back, all this stuff. Like, highly inspired by this as a young age. At a young age, collecting Thor and everything like that. And I mean, it's just insanely good stuff. Hopefully, this recording does it justice. But yeah, so traditionally comics are drawn on these pages, and 11 by 17, and then they actually have these things called bleeds and trim lines. So it's the safe areas where the art will print and stuff like that. So. So you draw them this big, and when they reproduce them, they shrink them down and stuff like that. So now, this does also have the, because back in the day, they didn't letter them digitally, so they would letter them on the page itself. And I still can't read this. Even with reading glasses on, I look real close. I really can't read it all that well at all. But I can still look at the pretty pictures and admire it. And so we're not going to flip through the entire thing. It's a monster. It's a beast. I was very happy to get this at a good price. These artist editions aren't cheap. Of course, all the good stuff's on this side. But so far, look at it. I mean, just like, the way he comes at you. Look at his line work is really clean, which I wish I could produce. But beautiful backgrounds. Just gorgeous stuff. And when he came in with Thor, these ladies are gorgeous. So beautiful stuff. When he came in with Thor, he really set the standard, in my opinion. I know Kirby, established that Asgard look. That it's kind of like space mythology. You can kind of call it with the way that he, like a celestial, weird diagrams and mechanical stuff and Asgard and all this weird cool stuff. But yeah, so you can pick up these artist editions of different artists. Oh, look at this Loki. Like, it's not insanely crosshatchy, insanely detailed, but like he uses thick, thin line work, globular type stuff. It's just really fun, really cool. Look at Beta Ray Bill. Look at him. That's him before he gets his hammer. Oh, look at the muscle, the characterization. It's anatomically bombastic. It's so good. He looks like a horse, kind of. And I've always liked the way other people draw Beta Ray Bill. And I don't know, they make him look a little too horse-like. Like, he looks horse-like, but I don't know. He's like, they thicken out his nose a little bit. I don't know. They draw him all weird. Mainly, I'm just really used to and really like the Walter Simonson version of him. So, but I mean, look how clean this stuff is, and I don't think did he ink himself? I don't know. Shelby would know. And go follow Shelby Robertson. He does a lot of these type of things where art for inspiration. So go follow Shelby Robertson. American Discord with an H. Discord has an H in it. CH. Follow that on YouTube. He has a lot of these art for inspiration things. But I don't. I often just draw and goof around. But you could see in these, like, you'll see this gray part here. This is the comic page, so this is a little bigger than 11 by 17. But that's, I mean, it might be 11 by 17, maybe a 10 by 15 page. I don't want to put another piece of my art on top of this, but like, let's flip through it. So good, so cool. He doesn't do many panel breaks, but I mean, it's like I do a lot of panel breaks and stuff like that. But the stuff that he does is so just in your face and just so gnarly, and it's something I initially started by even drawing, like tracing pretty much some of Simonson Thor books. So when I was younger, I would look at Thor, I would draw the Simonson ones. Like that's so cool. Look at that. Like I said, I hope this isn't blurry. So yeah, like lots of panels. Great panel work, great gridding, cool stuff, man. Like, look at, you get all this detail, and then here, like, sparse. So it's not like you got to know how to balance it. You don't always have to have all the insane cool stuff. Like that's really gnarly. That's really cool. Move this over. I'm trying not to make this video too long because I mean this book is insanely thick. A lot of cool pages, a lot of cool art. You got the Kirby crackles and all the space age stuff that Kirby started. Mechanical mythology in a way. It's I don't know. The design work is just gorgeous. Love the hair. I mean, it's just solid black, but there's also these feathery curled edges and stuff. So it softness to it, even though it's a solid black form. But yeah, these things are really cool. I have a few artist editions of artists I really like. And I got this today, so that's kind of why I'm doing this. And I was drawing earlier, but it wasn't a thing I could record. So yeah, but like you can see, they did all the lettering on page. You got a big bada boom on there. So yeah, fun stuff, man. You can check online, try to find artist editions for on eBay or something, and see if you can get them. They usually come in a box, but usually whenever they're on sale or something, it doesn't have the box, so like secondhand or something. So I got this at a Half Price Books. Oh, look at that! Yeah, so good. That's so cool. Look at that. Like I can't even get to the top of the page. I mean, I have my camera up pretty far too, so. Just so good. Like, you get all the Kirby crackles up in here, the energy coming out. Like, he whited out Mjolnir. Or is that Stormbreaker? Because, Beta Ray Bill had Stormbreaker after... Yeah, Stormbreaker. If you've seen the movie, you know who Stormbreaker is. Because he did wield Mjolnir. He was worthy. And that's the way it works. You don't become Thor. You just get the powers of Thor. So you're worthy... Get the powers of Thor, but he then got his own hammer called Stormbreaker. So, and this is just sick, man. But you got that. Like, I like that he completely whited out Stormbreaker. Like, there's no detail in there because of the lightning blowing it out, so you didn't have to worry about that. And he had all his detail up in here, the harsh shadow underneath his arm. Just you're doing some gradiated lines down here. Just awesome stuff, man. Awesome stuff. Love Simon. Love Simonson. So yeah, I mean that's the gist of it. That's all I'm gonna show. Like this book is crazy thick, Lots of good stuff. I haven't even looked through the whole thing, and this is just his Thor stuff. He has a Fantastic Four one as well. I think Shelby has an art for inspiration on that one, but this is the Thor one. I just got it in today, so. Yeah, I'm going to go back over and do my outro. So there you have it. Thor Artist Edition, Walter Simonson. Big favorite of mine. Big influence, even though you may not see it in my style. So thank you once again for watching. If you like this content, please hit that like and subscribe button. Go check out Frog G. That's my book, Ink Spots. Frog G himself. Link is in the description below, along with Absolute One Stormy Night. And there's a sign up for that. And check the trailer out for Frog G. And have a great one.
We've all read the story. The brave hero conquers the diabolical villain and rescues the damsel in distress. But this is real life, and in real life, Stories don't always have happy endings. Frog G. The story of a man turned into a frog by a voodoo priestess sent on a mission to kill a god by death itself. Now our hero must roam the underworld to regain his humanity and win back the woman he loves.